Today we're going to be following the career of the greatest rookie ever, introducing Alvin Lattimore, the quarterback, who has key ratings of A across the board at, well, every single position. What we're going to be doing is every single season of his career, he's going to be playing a different position with 99 ratings at every single attribute. He will be able to play every single position at hopefully a pretty high rate. We'll see how he retires, how he fares. Will he be a Super Bowl champion? Will he end up having the most unique stat line we've ever seen? Basically an ultra Taysom Hill sort of experiment, if you will. But as you can see here, he has 99 and everything. He actually was at pick like 20 something, and he kind of climbed up the board a little bit himself. We have him at 6'3", 230. I think that's a pretty fair weight for like almost every position, right? Like that's fair for a quarterback, that's fair for a linebacker, edge rusher, wide receiver, a little light for a tight end, but just good enough. I feel like any taller, any heavier, and you get some weird positions for like, wide receiver. I guess maybe not wide receiver, running back, I guess. Even then you have Derrick Henry. So, but yeah, I think that's about right. 6'3", 230, 235, 240. That would be probably the max I would go. But let's see where he's drafted and see what kind of career he has. And unless someone else can think of something different, I think that might be it for this sort of series on Madden 25. However, we definitely have some other things planned. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, maybe leave a like and subscribe. We have Alvin Lattimore going 3rd overall to the Giants. Oh my. But let's see what the rest of that Giants draft class looks like. And then we'll move over to the Giants. Of course, he could end up going anywhere, especially if, he ends up as like a tight end or something, right? When they don't need a tight end. And he's like, yeah, we don't want him. See you later. It's going to be a real shame when year 3 they realize they drafted a fullback 3 overall. Let's take a look at that draft recap of the Giants. I can't believe he went that high, though. It's a bit, I know he's good. Ooh, Saints actually had a really good draft anyways in general. But, yeah, 99 overall. Let's take a look at what those ratings look like actually on paper. Want to see? 99 overall, everything. He's decent. He's decent. We're also not playing around. We have the KC playbook on right away because, this team is, it's going to need it. It's definitely going to need it. Really wish a different team would have drafted him, but what can you do? Maybe he'll, in year 4, end up leaving. But yeah, this is what the team looks like. They've got the Chiefs scheme, though, so anything can happen, especially with a 99 overall quarterback. Problem is, they're going to need a new one after this season. 13-4 Giants. It's crazy how this division's crazy. Could have had the number 1 seed if we would have just had a little different tiebreaker, but it's actually insane how much a playbook actually does change the outlook of a team. Of course, Lattimore's insane, but that Chiefs playbook is just so ridiculous. Wan'Dale Robinson and Neighbors both having an amazing year. Lattimore should win Rookie of the Year, though. That's like MVP level, let alone like winning Rookie of the Year. So does he win MVP as a rookie? He does. Alvin Lattimore is the league MVP. Of course, with that being said, I don't know how the hell he's not Offensive Player of the Year if you're the best ever. Not ever, but, the best on the year. And then, of course, he does win the Rookie of the Year, the Best QB award, all that good stuff. Let's see if they can make the, Super Bowl, perhaps. If they don't do it this year, I don't know, because you're not going to have Lattimore next season, so this is your best chance. They do beat the Packers, who had a way higher overall than them, but now they're playing against another team with a busted playbook, and there she blows. Of course, I will be changing him to running back right away, because I want the team to be able to actually get a QB through free agency, the draft, whatever, before, they're like, wait a minute, what do you mean you want to play running back? What do you mean, buddy, pal? But yeah, let's go to the Super Bowl, see who wins it, change our quarterback to running back, and do it again. Look at the Steelers versus the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Definitely a little bit of a different one, right? Not something we usually see, as the Buccaneers will win it. I'm not really sure what we need to see here. I guess Wan'Dale Robinson going up in Dev. He's a superstar. They got some players on offense right now, which is fair enough. Yeah, Phillips is a superstar as well. Team's actually not terrible, but it is now time for Lattimore to play running back. Maybe instead of number 10, he could have played like number 1. I don't know, but this is what he looks like. Obviously, still a perfect player. What are his abilities after he switched? Reach for it, playmaker, bruiser, apprentice. Bruiser's decent, I suppose. And Playmaker's actually pretty solid. But Yeah, let's see what he looks like at running back this following season. And they do go quarterback. They realize the issues. They're like, oh, God. But at least he's hitting dev, even though he Frankenstein what up, even though he's a little bit on the lower side. Could see like a superstar dev in there, though. Let's actually see if that is the case. He is, yeah, I'm about to say, usually those low overall hit-ins, you got something sneaky in there. I don't know why they went running back. We changed him to running back before even free agency began, let alone the draft, but hey, whatever you want to draft, do what you got to do. And here is the new offense. They draft a freaking rookie fullback? It seems like they did. Not a bad-looking team, but let's see. Was it Lattimore carrying, or was it the Chiefs' scheme? Well, I mean, it could be coincidence, but the team has gone 8-9 ever since Lattimore moved to running back, and boy, did he have a year. The Chiefs' scheme really isn't that busted for running backs either, so this is just a situation of him being just that good of a player. Also, another 10 receiving touchdowns and 700 yards through the air. About 2,600 yards, 30 touchdowns. That's a year. That is a year. Will he even be on the list for MVP, though? That'd be interesting. He was. You would think, oh, well, the numbers like that, obviously he's on the list. Not always. Number 6. One Offensive Player of the Year. Obviously he's about to win Best Running Back. Okay, now I don't really want to play him at fullback, but I kind of counted 13 positions, and at 21 years old, he's probably likely to play 13 seasons, so I feel like that's almost perfect, right? It's damn near perfect. Pick 14, they landed themselves a really, really good cornerback, Tremaine Bryson, hidden development trait, solid looking. I've had auto reorder on for the depth chart to start this thing out, and they do have Lattimore as the backup running backs or starters for the kind of sub running back. So we're going to let it happen. Lattimore is the fullback, but also kind of backup running back. And the team, shockingly, is in the playoffs. I'm a little surprised by that, but let's take a look at how the fullback played. Did he have some sick blocks? Lattimore with 6.6 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns, 315 yards as the fullback, receiving 157 yards with a touchdown. Blocking, there's no blocking. There's just nothing. Being a fullback, it sucks, okay? It sucks. What do you want? His first bad year, because once again, he is basically just nothing, because he's a fullback. That's just, they don't want to use him. They don't want to use him. Let's take a look, though. Maybe him being off the field, sort of, is the best way this team could progress. They win the game against the Commanders. Going against the Eagles here, this would be so random. This would be so random if the year they win the Super Bowl is when they're not utilizing their best player properly. Like, him being a fullback is almost the most useless thing he can do. Even when we try him at kicker, he'll be more useful because he'll at least be hitting field goals. He'll be scoring a lot of points. I know he scored a little bit of touchdowns, but he'll score more points as a field goal kicker, I'd imagine. Of all the seasons that win a Super Bowl, there's no way it's going to be when he's a fullback, right? There's just no chance. We're obviously going in because we want to see, him win a ring. If he's going to win one, we want to be in there to see it. As right now, they're looking okay. 24-17, 31-17. Is the Chiefs' scheme really this good, dude? Like, is it really this strong? Oh, my. I mean, I will say the Giants do kind of turn it around after a good couple of years anyways, but not usually Super Bowl turning around until, like, year 5-ish or later. Team's got a couple of young players they can build around, and for some reason they draft all right in sim. But, yeah, I guess Lattimore is going to win a Super Bowl with the Giants as a fullback. That is so random. But, hey, we'll take it. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to show this time that we didn't, do any crazy stuff. 14 yards on the ground. Did have 53 with a touchdown through the air, so he did, he played his part. He did well. Here we are with the scheduling. Nothing crazy going on here. Just, your typical best player being at fullback winning a Super Bowl situation. And ironically enough, once again, I put Lattimore at wide receiver before. He's 20 years old as well. That is not something I see often. A 20-year-old in the first round is kind of rare. He's a superstar. The guy's goated. I mean, of course, our guy's only playing wide receiver for one season anyways, but yeah, that's not something I usually see. The Giants go 10-7. It's a new scheme, though, and that's the reason why right there. 2,157 yards with 28 receiving touchdowns. The Rams scheme is arguably the best scheme in the game for pure wide receiver stats, and they showed pretty well right there why they are. 2,157 yards is crazy. 28 touchdowns. Will it be enough to get on the MVP list? It will not, unfortunately. Day at number 4 should be easily the number 1 wide receiver, though. Offensive Player of the Year again. Every single season, he wasn't a fullback, so very impressive so far there. Don't know that's going to happen as a tight end, but we'll have to see. But Giants back in the playoffs. See if they can do it again. They've actually been doing really well. These schemes, they do mean a lot. They are kind of the reason why this team is doing so well, I'd imagine. It's now a 92 overall, though, so it's pretty good. But they lose to the Falcons. And we're about to be kind of in a situation where the last sort of offensive stats for our man is about to be done after tight end. He's a lineman, but that's not really going to get you much stats, right? As far as receiving goes, Lattimore 105 yards of the touchdown, played his part. His team just unfortunately fell apart. Super mid draft, if you ask me. 15-2, I guess the goated tight end works out. Didn't end up on the top list for receiving stats, but wow, Nick Day has been unbelievable with this scheme. Looking at Lattimore, did have a really good year for a tight end, though. 1252 with 11 touchdowns. You can't really beat that in sim. Let's take a look at if he won anything. We got MVP for the quarterback. Offensive Player of the Year, unfortunately not going to be a winner. We don't even have him on the list, actually. As far as wide receiver goes, I don't think it counts being a tight end, unfortunately. So the first season as kind of a true receiver, true option on offense, that he doesn't win some sort of award. Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, all that kind of stuff. Not happening. Best wide receiver, running back, QB, unfortunately. But the team is still in a really good position to maybe win another Super Bowl as they win against the Falcons. Now taking on the Rams. This team could win another one, and they will not. They lose. Wow, what a game by the Bills and Chargers. We don't see our stats, though, unfortunately. But we did lose, and that's the important thing. It's now time for our tight end, our offensive player, to go to the tackle position where his offensive stat days are pretty much over. Oh, yeah, I kind of didn't even think about it, but yeah, lineman, he's going to be really undersized. So is he for DT, but whatever. We're playing him there anyways. I guess you can see the size to size matter situation. Looking at the draft at pick 30, actually a pretty good draft, and they knew the assignment. They understood it. They needed a new tight end right away, and they took care of it. And here is the team. You got a brand new left tackle. He's a little undersized, but he's all right. He'll be fine. Washington's goated. Put him in there. Back to the Chiefs scheme as of last year, so we'll see what happens. Defense, Phillips is an X factor. That's insane. All right, this team is really good, though, so maybe the Giants weren't the worst team to be on. The team is broke as hell, but they are 13-4, so they are back on top of the football world. We'll take a look at these offensive lineman numbers. Did he play well? 4 sacks allowed only as a left tackle. He's insane. I'm telling you, the guy is goated. Let's see it. Can they win another Super Bowl? I mean, they've been in the mix every single time. First, you have the Commanders. We have not lost to the Commanders, at all. Besides this moment in time, obviously. Let's take a look if Lattimore gave up a sack or not. He's going to be moving to the defensive side of the ball now, though, after this one. So we'll see what his blocking debut looked like in the playoffs. He did give up a sack, but so did Andrew Thomas. But also Andrew Thomas has been in the league for his whole entire life. For the first time, he is a defensive player, 27-year-old edge rusher now. See what his abilities are on top of it. Adrenaline Rush, Swim Club, Speedster, no outsiders. Swim Clubs is pretty decent, I suppose, but some of the other ones, not so great. Still wearing number 10. I guess it's a little bit better of a defensive number, but here he goes, starting his defensive career off now. Only thing that sucks is because he's an edge rusher, they're not showing his stats right now as an offensive player. So I'm wondering if they'll actually show it in here or not. Would probably be a little bit helpful if we actually just let him play a season first. But yeah, let's do that. But yeah, I don't know if they're going to show it. We might have to move him back to see them. 79 overall corner. You got to say, though, the Giants know how to draft corners. He's normal dev, but I mean, he's damn near an 80. He's not even played a snap yet. All right, 10-7. We have him on the defensive side of the ball now. Thank God for Day, though. The guy has been great. It's been, honestly, night and day. Looking at edge, Lattimore, 27 sacks, 21 tackles for a loss in his first year as a defensive player. He is doing things, let me tell you. Let's go for season. Does he have it? He does not. Damn, he has the wide receiver yards and catches record, but he doesn't have sack record. Hutchinson broke it 2027 with 28 sacks. Oh, that would have been so clutch. Is he anywhere on MVP? He is not. He should be the defensive player of the year, though, and he is. He's already doing the thing. He's already stealing the awards. What was that legacy score? What was that? Wait a minute. What was that legacy score? 21,000 already. Oh, my Lord. The guy's insane. The guy's insane. Let's go on and see if this team can make the Super Bowl again, though. They've already won one, which is good enough, honestly. But another one wouldn't hurt. Definitely wouldn't hurt, as they're looking pretty good. The Panthers got the Super Bowl next if they win this one. He's a goon. He's a goon. Of course, we've already seen a Super Bowl win for him, so we don't really need to go in, and we're not going to. Let's take a look. The Browns versus the Giants. Super Bowl 2. Is it going to happen? Is Lattimore going to retire literally like the greatest player ever? He's playing like every damn position out here. And they win. They win a second Super Bowl. Lattimore he's climbing. He's climbing. As you can see here, nothing fancy going on. No funny business. But now, he needs to play defensive tackle. Still, of course, 99 overall, 28 years old now, 6'3", 230. I probably should have started with, kicker or punter, because I didn't think about it, but he's not going to retire as, a 34-year-old kicker or punter. Whoops. But yeah, let's go on to another season. See if he's even a Giant. I haven't really been paying attention. They've just been re-signing him. The team is negative 100 mil in cap, but the team still has Lattimore. I'm not sure how they're pulling it off, but they are. I'd imagine once Lattimore needs a contract, though, it is over for him. Wonder if Day's even here still. I'll be interested to see, because I don't know how you could be on negative 100 mil and have a team. How is this even possible? They still have everybody. I don't know. They're making it happen. They're making it work. Still negative 100. I don't think it shows here, huh? Guess it doesn't show over here. Well, he's still going strong, so we'll keep going strong. Wow. Okay, so the team is 17-0 now. The team didn't lose a single game. Day is still killing it. Lattimore, 31.5 sacks at DT. So size doesn't matter. We don't know if size matters in-game, but for signature, though, it doesn't. Is he going to be on MVP list? Oh, I thought he won MVP, but that was just Day again. How is 31.5 sacks not at least putting you on the list? You're telling me there's not a single person that votes on the MVP that's like, you know what, that was a pretty sick season. 31.5, that's never being broken. Maybe he deserves my vote, because I sure as hell would be putting him pretty damn high. I mean, how? How would you not have him on the list? That's crazy to me. But sure, whatever. But of course, you have this. We did have to come in there for some thumbnailage. Completely forgot how to come back in. But obviously outside of that, nothing going on. Obviously, I'm not playing any of these games. That would take forever. But here we are going against two for the divisional round. The Seahawks at 8-9. If they are the ones, we have more than double their wins. Okay, thank you. This, I could see. Cardinals are actually pretty good. Their record's also decent. Don't do it anyways, though. And they don't. The Giants might, ironically enough, pull off the undefeated season. Stole the Patriots' undefeated season and then saved it, stored it away for this year. That's what they did. Clearly, that's what they did, obviously. And they win. It's only by one, but an undefeated season. 3 Super Bowls. This has gone very well. This has gone perfectly, honestly. Lattimore is just killing it. He's got multiple season records on his record book. He's got 3 of them. I don't think he's going to get the interceptions one, but you never know, maybe. And look at the draft at pick 32. Not the best work. I've actually moved Lattimore to kicker. I want to get kicker and punter out of the way before he's, about to retire, if you will. I'm wondering, though, if his regression is going to start hitting here a little bit. I wonder. He's a kicker now, so I highly doubt it, but let's take a look. Doesn't appear to be so, but here he is, being paid a lot of money to be kicker, mind you. But we're going to go kicker and then punter, and then we'll be back to linebacker. The team still made the playoffs, and they do look worse off, but Day is still here, so I'm a little surprised that the team has kind of hit that regression wall. Let's take a look at kicking. Lattimore, 20 for 25, 80% completion percentage through field goals. 57 was his long, got blocked once, hit every single extra point. He was not good from 50-plus, though. He is not so good there. But you know what? The team is here. The team has a chance to do it all. yet again. They're not looking so promising this time around, but they still are in it. They're still in the running. They win against the Packers. Now the Cowboys, a true tough challenge in Sim. And they beat them as well, going against the Panthers. This Giants team has been on a roll. And they lose, unfortunately. They do lose. They are not going to have a fourth Super Bowl. Lattimore is going to be moving to punter. And then we move back to the defense. Another draft, pick 29, a guard, a wide receiver. And he's 87 speed. He is hidden dev, but what are you getting out of him? He's so random. Hey, the punter is going ham as they're 12-5, clearly because of the punting stats. Neighbors is still solid. How old is he at this point? Yeah, he's got to be up there. Let's take a look at the punting. 40 punts, but 53.8 yards per punt. If there was a Punter of the Year award win, I don't even know if he'd make it, but he probably would in my book. He wasn't even the best. He was the second best punter. Why can't we have nice things? Like, why does Gregory Wynn have to exist? I was going to just release. I was going to end him. I was going to make him a quarterback. I don't even know. But, of course, as a punter, let's see. Man, could you imagine the locker room be like, what are they doing to you? So, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Of course, they lose to the Lions. But let's see those punting stats, baby. 53 yards per punt. That's my guy. Pick 23, they got themselves a 77 overall center. DT's not looking bad. Left end, hey, let's not talk about it. Hey, 16-1. Not quite that undefeated season, which we've already seen, but fair enough. Let's take a look at the defense. This is the numbers we care about. The linebacker, Lattimore, 7.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 120 tackles. 7.5 sacks as a middle linebacker is quite up there. He had a safety and a touchdown as well. Probably not going to win Defensive Player of the Year, but maybe Best Linebacker if he's lucky. He was at number 8, which is pretty high for a linebacker. Like, look, I mean, to be fair, I don't know half of these people, but I would say most of them aren't linebackers, if any of them are. And no, our own player stole it from Lattimore. 33,833 legacy score. What a disaster. 16-1. I don't even know how many is this year Super Bowl 4 we're going for? 5? I mean, we've had so many. This has been such a good sim. This has been, better than I was expecting it to be, as the team, I believe, is in the Super Bowl again. Oh my. I mean, for a moment it kind of looked like the team was on the down. I was like, oh Lord, that drop off, that must mean the quarterback's gone. No, he's still here, and you can see it pretty easily, is the fact that this team is going for another championship. Are they going to win it though? Lattimore with his, once again, it's the 4th? The 5th? I'm trying to remember. Okay, and they do win. Nice. So a perfect season and a damn near perfect season. Really close between each other. This team is becoming one of the greatest ever. Already got some Super Bowls on their own in real life too. And wow, okay. I mean, I'm kind of curious now to see what Lattimore's looking like, because obviously at this point he's had to have regressed, right? Like even slightly. He's got 30 upgrades, so he can definitely fix that regression if he wants to. But no, he hasn't regressed. Is he going to just retire a perfect 99 overall? He's 32 now. Oh, I think it might be it. It might be it. Cornerback, he's gone. No, the team is so low of an overall now, too, despite being really good still. Where did he go? He is a Raven. All right. Cornerback Lattimore is moving to the Ravens. What I will say about this Ravens team, though, it is actually a higher overall than the Giants were when we left. Obviously, Lattimore might have made an 85, 86, but they were left as an 84 overall. So maybe not a bad time to jump ship. Of course, Lattimore at corner. Oh, my. 30 freaking upgrade points. Is he actually going to retire like a 99 overall with enough upgrade points to keep him into his 40s? We'll find out. He's 32 now. I don't know if we timed this perfectly, but it's pretty close, right? He'll play as a safety at 33. We've seen a lot of retirements at 34, 35, so I'm not really exactly sure what I'm planning on doing. Maybe I'll just put him at one of the positions he hasn't played. He hasn't played as a guard, technically. He hasn't played as a left outside linebacker, so maybe that's what we do. It's kind of the only thing I can do at this point. But hopefully we get to see that, the safety season. We take a look at all of his stats, and then, from there, he plays a couple extra seasons at a different position. And the Ravens at 12-5, I imagine, have the first round bye. They do. See what Lattimore as a corner can get up to. See if he has a bunch of interceptions. Oh, my Lord. There's so many freaking Lattimore with only 3 interceptions. So many high sack numbers. Did have 2 touchdowns, so I guess with the 2 touchdowns, maybe if he's lucky, he would have gotten up there in the best DB. Yeah, he got number 10. That's something. It's something. Let's see if he can win another Super Bowl. He's got, what, 4 now in his career, I think? He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. Ravens versus the Bills. We have a win. Okay, that's a good start. Then we have I think another win. Nope, extended. I didn't see that. I don't think it showed up right away. The Giants, don't, please. No, this is illegal. Nah, I'm not allowing this. This is bullcrap. I'm going to delete the whole freaking file if the Giants win this Super Bowl. I don't care. Of course the Giants win. Why did he leave? He could have retired on that damn team, man. Oh, my. Oh, well. What can you do? Let's go switching Lattimore to safety. He did regress slightly. He's still ridiculous. Wait, no, he didn't. I thought I seen his zone drop once. Why is he not regressing? He's inevitable. He literally can't, but he's also number 20 now, which is it's interesting. Yeah, he's like inevitable. He's like impossible to stop. He's still got the quarterback's play sheet band, which is insane, but... All right, to the draft for potentially the final season. I mean, 34 years of age. We've seen some retirements there. It would be perfect if it did happen, though. But I don't know if it's going to happen. Let's find out. Ooh, Dookie draft. Ooh, 8 and 9. This would be a really lackluster way for his career to come to an end. Let's take a look at that defense. What did he do as a safety? Lattimore had 2 interceptions. Not really much. Yeah, I mean, safety was kind of a crap one. We did one for safety as well, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. But let's go to the Super Bowl. See those stats just in case. See some awards just in case. But likely have another season. I mean, the odds are pretty high. Take a look at the stats and awards. So defensively, it's not really showing much here, right? It's showing 7.5 sacks. That was when he was a middle linebacker. And then that year, he wasn't actually anything. Kicking's not showing anything. Punting's not showing anything. I wonder if you actually have to put them at those positions. Quarterback did show. They do actually have the quarterback numbers. Running numbers, that was when he was like a fullback, maybe? 80 attempts? What is happening? I think we've bugged the game. Let's move him. Well, first, I guess I want to see the actual awards, see what he's had there. Those should be fine, right? Those can't really mess up. So he had a league leader in passing yards, or passer rating, league leader in rush yards, league leader in receptions, 2-time league leader in sacks. He won MVP. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He won Best QB. He won Offensive Player of the Year. He won Best Running Back. He won Best Defensive Lineman. He's won Offensive Player of the Year again. He won Best Wide Receiver. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He won Best D Lineman of the Year. He's won Defensive Player of the Year. He's had 11 Pro Bowls. Now, the question I have is, if we move him to wide receiver, will those stats show? That's what I'm wondering. I'm hoping, but I don't know if it will happen. Let's see. Stats and awards. They should show, right? No, they glitch out. The game can't handle this. They can't handle the Swiss Army knife. What would Madden do if it was made in the 40s? What a joke. How are they not calculating stats that he deserves? They're his stats. Going to move him to left outside linebacker in case he has to play another season. We'll play the positions he didn't actually physically play. Didn't play right end. He didn't play left out, right out. Didn't play strong safety. But we'll see if that's actually the case. He could end up still retiring at 34 years old. And at 34 years old, Alvin Lattimore is still here. He's going to be playing left out. I don't know what they want to do with him. It's probably going to be a 3-4 since it's the Ravens, but whatever they want to do, it's up to them. It's not my call. They went right end, they went left guard, they went cornerback in the first 3 rounds. This team needs something, though, because they are not looking so good at 8 and 9. Oh, another playoff missing season. Ugh, that sucks. Let's see what Lattimore did. We got to go back to the goated sack numbers, surely. They're 24.5, which is good, but it's not what I was expecting. He had an interception as well. He forced a fumble, no touchdowns. Could he still be Defensive Player of the Year? Possibly. Nick Day for the Giants, still the freaking best player there is. Wrong side. Defensive Player of the Year does go to Lattimore, so, I mean, he's still adding more legacy to that legacy score, which right now, as it stands, puts him 3rd all-time. Day at number 1. Lattimore with 4 Super Bowls. Could have been 5, but he's not sticking around. But as far as defensive players, he's like 4K on to the next guy, and then after that, another like 8K on the next one, and he's killing him. And Lattimore does retire after 14 years in the league. Kind of crazy, though. He could have retired 1 year earlier. It would have been perfect, but unfortunately, not going to happen. Alvin Lattimore has retired. Didn't get to 40,000 legacy score, but he retires the #1 defender of all time, apparently, which, you know, is kind of crazy. I guess it's just for everything in general. But yeah, #2 overall, actually. He retired higher than Josh Allen. He's like, I'm never catching Day. Day's probably not even retired. He's probably still playing anyways. But really good stuff. I mean, look at the freaking legacy. 25 yearly awards, 4 championships, 4 Super Bowls, 41,000 yards. On the record book for 3 different occasions, 3, maybe even career. No, he wouldn't be career because he didn't stick to one position. He was, but not anymore. No, he was. I forgot it switches to the Ravens, which I didn't think it did that. I thought it doesn't do that for career numbers, but season numbers it does. Okay, well, he's got 3 anyway. He's got 2 wide receiver ones and 1 as a defensive tackle. What a career. What a sim. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, and I'm Madden content. Going to be back with more Indiana Jones tomorrow, I imagine. And we should have a rebuild here again tomorrow. If not, it'd be Monday. Kind of depends on what I want to do with it, because obviously the NFL games are on, and that's always like, I know there's the Chiefs playing today. There might be some more games and whatnot, but as far as NFL games go, there's a lot more tomorrow. And, yeah, we'll see if it's tomorrow or Monday. Regardless, should be a fun one. And, yeah, anyways, take care. If you have any ideas for what you want to see for this kind of series going forward, let me know. There could be some more in here that we could think about doing for this Madden, but I have been thinking some other things as well. So, yeah, regardless, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video, but until next video, see ya! And once again, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you are not a member and you want to become one, click join. All the details will be in there. It's next to the subscribe button. And yeah, like I said, we already had that one members only rebuild already posted. I thought it was a really good one. So check it out if you are a member and you haven't yet. And whether you're a member or not, appreciate y'all watching and see ya!